welcome our guests, ladies and gentlemen, to the link for this week. We hope you had a fair 2023 and 2024 starts now with serious business. We continue this year to give you opportunities and information you can use. Tonight we're discussing the question of the non-aligned movement conference, which is supposed to start next week. But you may be wondering, if I'm in business, what does it have to do with me? Tonight in the studio we have the right person to tell us about this, because they are organizing it, Mr. Francis Kisirinya, Chief Membership Officer from the Private Sector Foundation of Uganda. Francis, welcome.
Thank you very much.
NAM, non-aligned movement, is understood to be a politically leaning gathering. That's the normal, an ordinary person might think so. How does the Business Forum work under this arrangement?
Yeah, thank you very much. The non-aligned movement is actually a grouping of countries that are not aligned either to the East or the West as it used to be in the past. Now, it is mainly focusing on country-to-country relations and political related issues.
Okay.
Now, you will realize that all this, the politics, the diplomacy, in the end, what makes it translated to meaningful livelihoods, it is actually business.
True.
When you do a political policy or a diplomatic policy, in the end, what translates it into meaningful livelihood is actually business. So it is on that basis that the country, when it got this opportunity to host the non-aligned movement summit, it decided that it will undertake and have a business forum for the main purpose that the business people, policymakers, thought leaders within the more than 120 countries can sit together and discuss business. And for Uganda and East Africa in particular, it is an opportunity for us to promote our industrial capacity. It is an opportunity for us to promote our tourism. It is an opportunity for us to show what we can do to improve our economies, to trade with others, so that we make the lives of the people of East Africa better, taking advantage of this particular summit. Okay, interesting. So there will be a side conference. There will be the main political one, but there will be a side business conference, correct? Yes.
Okay. Who have you invited for the business forum, and how have you chosen who you have invited? We have targeted principally investors, both investors locally, that is in Uganda, but also from the NAM and G77 countries. Let me just give you a little bit of information. If you look at the grouping, the countries in terms of world GDP, about 60% of the world GDP now is in the hands of countries that are coming here next week. So we have invited business people from those countries. So these countries, these business people already have these kinds of technologies. We are attracting it. Secondly, we are attracting investments, money that we can put in our businesses to make them better, produce better. Also money we can invest in sectors and in areas we have not yet exploited. So the business and the government will talk, and then we are able to ensure that we attract those investments. The third thing is that the businesses will also talk and identify how they can trade with each other. Uganda already is a surplus country in some products, so we are looking for markets everywhere, you know. So, but there are countries that don't have those kinds of products, or could have them from East Africa, from Uganda, at better terms. So we are there to present ourselves and say, oh, look here, we do have these products here, you can access them, you know. So that is also another area where we are going to be talking about. And we are also going to be showcasing among the people who come the tourism potential, nature tourism, what we have in our parks, you know, those the big five,
you know, people are looking for them elsewhere in the world, and we have them here in plenty. We will be showcasing them. We have nature, you know, like source of the Nile, and so many places we can see. But we also have culture and religious tourism. People want to know about our cultures. People want to know about the Uganda matters, you know. So all these things we are going to be showcasing them. But we've invited and made sure that we get in the room the people that can enable us meet those things. They can invest, they can finance, we can trade with them, but they can also promote and participate in our tourism. So principally, we publicized, and that criteria was very clear, and companies and individuals have been registering and showing interest in participating in this particular forum. It's one thing to bring me and I have maybe the proposition for a Ugandan company, and it's another thing to translate. How does this translate into opportunity? And here, Mr. Kisirinya, I'm asking you as PSFU, when I come into the room, how do I have a proposition to a foreigner? How do I make sure this translates? What are some of the things I need to keep in mind? Yeah, first of all, we really have to be very ready as business people with our business propositions, and also with the government. You know, we have to have bankable projects. We go to the investor with a project that you have already studied, with a project that has a lot of opportunities to succeed. Something a bank could actually put in money. Now, this is what you are putting to the investor. You know, now we are going to facilitate that particular process in terms of business to business, business and business meeting. But business and business meeting will not actually answer some of the questions. At your level, you can answer the investment bits, but there are certain things in the business where you need government. Yes, where you need government on issues like on competitiveness, you know, taxation, the ease of doing business in the country. So government has set up its agencies who will sit down with the investors and tell them, this is our tax structure. If you're doing business in Uganda, these are the taxes. And this is how you pay them. This is how you register. And this is how you do it. You know? This is how we deal with the issues of disagreements. Because these are normal issues. Dispute resolution, Yes. All those things will be there that will give that confidence to the investors. But besides, there are a number of investors here, local and foreign, that have really made it. They are willing to tell their story. You know? Testimonies. Yes, there are testimonies that we are going to have that. So we think if we have that combination, this will go a long way in convincing our investor who has gotten on the plane to come to Uganda to look for investment opportunities. Let's take a final question next 2 minutes. Now I can't attend, and I know you wanted a certain number, and probably you're not able to take on everyone. If I can't attend, how can I benefit from this conference? I'm probably in those sectors, but I've not been able to enter the room. You being PSFU, how can I benefit post-conference? Thank you. Very clearly, what the PSFU has been driving for a long time is that there are business opportunities for everybody to take advantage of. To begin with, this NAM conference is an opportunity for business people to supply, to provide services. So there are people who are getting direct contracts, but there are those who will not get direct contracts but get hired by those who get direct contracts. But also those who don't get in that, these people will be buying things from them. For instance, look at the number of travelers that we will have. For instance, they are all going to be staying in hotels. I've seen all travelers, I think they are top-notch travelers, they are top-notch business people, and they are spending some money. So the money that is going to be made by the country is going to add to our economy, to our GDP, solve some of the issues we are having. Now, for us as private sector, you have not come to the room. I've not come. How are you going to benefit? One, we are looking at a situation where we are going to have certain outcomes from this conference, and we have specifically targeted them. For instance, the first thing we will do is to ensure that we catalog all the business people that have come with their addresses and their interests. So this information will be available to all Ugandans. So if you didn't come, but you go through the catalog, you are able to contact the other company which was here, which could take advantage in your business.
Okay, that means yes, I have to come to PSFU after post-conference.
Yes, you can come to PSFU, but you can also use our website. This information will be on the website, and you'll see it.
Okay.
Secondly, as we discuss, we are looking at things, creating particular structures that can enable business to continue thriving and following up what has happened in Kampala for a number of years. Yeah. So we are hoping we will be able to create structures that will be able to follow up these things, so that in the end we are able to address some of the issues that might come up. We want to trade, but yes, if you want to trade but one country has not opened doors for you, it has not opened. But if we know and we are following up and we are able to open the doors, then you can follow up and trade and make business. So business people are going to benefit like that in those areas.
Okay.
Now
in 20 seconds.
Yes. Now Ugandans, this is an opportunity that comes not every day. It's a very big one. If you look at the situation we are in now, we have a very big opportunity for us to present ourselves, to make ourselves more attractive to the people who are coming to the forum.
Yeah.
You know, let us be our best.
At our best.
You know, let us present the positive image of Uganda. Let us present those projects that will attract investments. Let us put forward those goods. If you're doing exhibitions, put down those goods that will attract the other party to give you an order so that you sell to them.
And I'm going to cap it there, Mr. Kisirinya. Tell the truth. That was the link tonight, viewers. If you're not participating in the non-aligned movement conference, the business side, go to PSFU after the conference and ask what is in there for me. But if you're participating, put on your best, present stuff that is bankable as we have had, and tell the truth. That was the link. Thank you for joining us tonight.